and you walk around and you just think, how does anyone need all this stuff? There's so many, there's so much stuff in the world. Like, who needs all this stuff? But then I look at what we do, and everything that we do, it's not throwaway stuff. It's sustainable. It's things that are useful, that can be used over and over again. So I'm proud that that's the kind of company that we are. We're not putting out products that are disposable. Hello, how are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. So this is the fourth in our series of vendor spotlights for A Drop in the Ocean, where we are highlighting once a month our different vendors that we have that make all of the wonderful products in our shop. So today we are talking to Potluck Press. And you make our Swedish dishcloths. And at Christmas, you had also made our flour sack towels. So if you would like to just start out, just introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, and what your business is.
Well, I'm Rosie. This is Karen. And we have a family business here at Potluck Press. We have my mom who started the company, my brother. She's my sister-in-law's sister, so basically sister-in-law. My husband is here. We have some super old family friends, my aunt. So the whole idea of potluck to begin with is where everyone brings something to the table. So we get ideas from everybody who works here. We run ideas by everybody, and it's really collaborative. That is kind of the idea to start with. And my mom started it in 2001. So it's 21 years old, and it's gone through about 1 million iterations. It started as a greeting card company, and then a jewelry company, and then both side by side, and then a different jewelry line, until we landed on printing. And that started in 2013. So we've been doing a lot of that. It's the bulk of our business at this point. For 9 years.
That's so fantastic. I never knew how the name Potluck Press came to be, but I really love that. Everybody brings something to the table. That's so cute.
It is our little piece of crazy over here.
Yeah, that's a lot of people in there. And having everybody related, you got to get along with family then. In that case.
Yeah. Most of the time it's a-okay.
Yeah. So how did it get started? So you said that your mom started it back in 2001.
Yes.
And it's gone through a lot. So how did she start it back then? And how did you end up at printing?
Yeah. So she wanted to do a greeting card line using black and white photography. And so that was the initial idea. And so she went and traveled to Paris to look at vintage photographs there to use in the line. And she, of course, everything's wonderful in Paris, found a bunch of stuff, and also at the same time found this line of jewelry, French made and designed, and started importing that basically right off the bat, thinking it was going to be like a temporary thing, and that is still going as well. And so, but basically what we ran into was inventory, and you have to make however many cards initially. And if you have some that don't sell as well, you end up with lots and lots of inventory. And so we wanted to add gifts to the line. And so we were looking at getting them manufactured, and you had to have so many pieces per design. And then we were looking at the estimate, and it was like, man, I bet we could buy a machine that could do this for basically the same amount. And that is what we ended up doing. And then we added mugs and totes and pouches and wine bags and all kinds of other stuff that we can do in-house. And so that's kind of where we landed, and we kind of hit our niche spot with the Swedish dishcloths obviously do really, really well. Towels have been since 2013 to now, it's still like crazy. And then we added a bunch of custom. So since we can set everything up and do it all here, we can print for other people, and we do a bunch of that as well. So it's just kind of going with the flow and seeing where the interest is. And then, we have new designs all the time. And then we have some that are wonderful and some that aren't so great, but oh well, we'll just print them as they're ordered. So basically everything is printed as it's ordered. We don't stock anything except for the blanks. So we'll have blank tote bags, blank towels, blank Swedish dishcloths, blank mugs, and that's what we have in stock. So if we're out of stock of something, it means we're totally out of the thing. With supply chain, it got a little tricky last year, but
yeah,
we're nice and stocked now.
Good. Yeah, I remember last year at one point you were like, we have like 100,000 Swedish dishcloths or something crazy that are just like stuck on a ship.
Yep.
Can't do anything. Yeah.
Yep. And every business really dealt with that.
Yeah.
And are still dealing with it. So we just buy early. Buy early.
Yes. A little bit of adjustment there.
Yes. Flush through.
Yeah. That's so smart though, that, instead of just like paying somebody else to make all of it, you were like, well, why don't we just buy the machine and do it ourselves? That's so smart.
And that was, as Karen knows too, we had a certain machine at first and it was just full of problems. The quality wasn't great, but the consistency. So we're burning a lot of product because it just printed not great. Mm-hmm. And so then, we were with those machines for probably 5 or 6 years. And now we're totally off of those and onto the new and keep adding more because we keep needing faster printing. Of course, everybody needs things right away.
Right, of course.
And I would be the same way as a customer. I know I would. I'd be my own worst nightmare.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what we expect. So we gotta just make it happen.
Yeah. Do you print your retail sales as they come in as well, or just your wholesale?
Retail as well. Everything.
Yeah. That's nice. That's really nice that you don't have to keep a bunch of inventory on hand except for the blanks.
Yeah. So we'll have overprints. And then we'll like, oh yeah, we have those. Let's try and use them up. But most of the time, we buzz through things pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's nice to have that flexibility.
Yes.
Sometimes I wish we had pre-printed because then we could be faster, but just is what it is.
Yeah. But then you don't have to worry about so for example, I still have some of the winter designs that I kept on the website for a couple months after. And then I was like, well, I can just save these till next year. So I'll come back. But at the same time, I'm like, well, now I have to store these for the next 12 months, but you don't have that problem. So that's really nice.
Yeah. Not as much. No, we don't have that. We try and move through it as fast as we can.
Well, also, I think when you're doing it print to order, your the quality and consistency is better. You may open a box of Swedish dishcloths and they may be just a little bit different.
Yeah.
So if you're storing them and then pulling, maybe they're off just like a little 0.5 millimeter or something, the size isn't quite exact. But if you're doing it print to order, you can get that consistency in there as well.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Oh, this is like a whole new world to me. I am loving this.
It is fun. It is pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, every time I stop in there, it always seems like you guys are having a blast.
Yeah, well, good. We usually are, I was busting out Boys to Men today. It was so much fun.
Yes.
Totally blast from the past, but we'll keep it going.
That is fantastic. And I didn't even mention it at the beginning that you guys are based in Seattle. So you're super close to us, which is really fantastic. So I can just drive up to you. Usually I stop by when I'm picking up like jars and bottles or when I'm heading up to LaConner. So, no special trips are being made, just getting it on the way. So it's super, super sustainable that way as well.
Yes, for sure. I think I've come to Tacoma a couple times too.
You did, yes. I appreciated that.
Yes, my husband's family is from Tacoma, so we're down there all the time. So I'm like, oh,
great.
well, I'll be in town.
Yeah, I'll just come drop them off. I appreciate when that happens. So what would you say sets Potluck Press apart from other printers?
Good question. I would say, well, the ability to do custom and to do it fairly inexpensively, since we're, we don't have silk screens to make. We do 24 pieces minimum order, and so you can get a custom thing done really affordably. So I think that's a big thing. And then we also have so many designs. We have tons of designs because we just keep adding them on, and then it's like, oh, maybe we won't put that one in that catalog, but it's out there on the website. And so I think those are the two big things, and that we're pretty picky about quality. And so, I don't think that one's good. Let's redo it.
I think people I'm someone that goes to trade shows and to represent the product. And I think something that people kind of resonate with us, that we are a small company. It is family owned. It's a woman owned business, and that resonates with them. They can go to our catalog, they can go to our website, they could see who they're working with and who's making their product. And I think people like that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I do. For sure.
Yes.
And both as like your customer, as a retailer of your products, but also just as a customer in general, like knowing who's making the products, which is again why we're doing this series.
Yes.
And when you said that you're pretty picky about quality, I remember when we first got our custom Swedish dishcloths from the whale shark and the mermaid and whatnot. I remember you sent me a picture that was like super close up, and you were like, it has this, I don't even remember what it was. And you were like, are you okay with that? Like, I can reprint them. It's not perfect. And I was like, I literally don't see anything wrong with it. It's like, I tried and I couldn't figure out what it was that you weren't happy with. So yes, I can attest to you have very high standards.
Yes, we can be over picky, me specifically. Like we were doing custom just today, and I was like, oh, I think that needs to go over 2 notches, 1 notch this way, 1 up, 1, and most people wouldn't notice, but it's like, you just, if you're printing them, let's make it right. And, we have the opportunity to change it. So let's try and do that.
Right. Exactly.
That is true.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite design?
Ooh.
I just threw that question out of left field.
That is a really good one. I have a lot of favorites. I was just telling one of Susie, one of the gals who works here too, that we have this one card that I'm just like, I don't know why this card isn't on every single order. It's just the cutest little thing. And it's really simple, and you can give it to everyone. I don't have a picture of it or one to show you right now, but I just think it's so, I like the simple ones, I guess. Mm-hmm. I like the tall trees. I don't know which one you have a different name for it, maybe.
Ours is Into the Woods, I think.
Yes,
is what we call it.
I love that one. It's so simple, but it works for everybody.
Yeah,
I love that one.
That one's definitely one of our best sellers too.
I like cutesy ones. I like I don't know if you've seen it. One that we did last release. It was just a bear, but she has like a little scarf in her, polka dotted scarf in her hair, surrounded by flowers, and it says Mountain Mama on it.
Yeah,
and,
that's adorable.
It's super cute, just colorful. I like the colorful ones, and I like ones that we do a lot of puns. Yeah. So the puns make me giggle a lot.
Me too.
And,
Yeah, we have fun. We have fun over here.
Yeah. So who designs all of these then? Is that all still family, or?
We work with a couple different designers. We have a couple in California, and then we have an in-house designer too, and she's been with us about a year, and she's great. We all kind of come up with ideas, and then just kind of task her with some direction. And then she did that bear one. She'll come up with something great. Her name's Lisa. And then we'll, oh, let's tweak this, or let's change the pot on that flower to this color, or, so it's it is really collaborative. Patty, the head honcho, she's the one that has the final say, but it is like, we'll have one that, or a custom request from somebody and then they didn't pick it. And I'm like, well, I love that one. Let's release it. Yeah. So we've done rainbows and stuff like that with, that were not selected, but we did the artwork anyway. And so, yeah, it's pretty much, it's really collaborative.
It is.
Yeah. But
like we did a Christmas one where it was a grid pattern of different gingerbread men. And, and then I came up, I was like, it'd be funny if one had a bite out of it, so, everyone contributes, has this idea, or wouldn't it be great to have this saying on it? Or we just lay them out on the table. Everyone makes it, whether your idea gets chosen or not. But it's a lot of idea flowing. So it makes it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so fun. That's so fun. I would love to just like be a fly on the wall while that's all happening.
Well, you come over. You come over. I love your ideas too. I'm sure you have great ideas.
Excellent. Sounds great. I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. You don't have a million things to do too.
Right. Exactly.
And all that spare time.
Right.
Next time we have a free day, let's do this.
Yeah. What is spare time?
Yeah, exactly.
Nope. So then where do you get all of your supplies from? Like where do you get all the blanks from and whatnot?
Different places for different stuff. We work with a distributor here in the US for all the towels. We work with a guy in India that does our tote bags, wine bags, pouches, and then like mugs come from other places too. And I think we've tried a couple different vendors. So they're all kind of all over. And they're different products, like towels come from a different place than mugs would. But then everything gets in here, and then we test and print and make templates, and everything else is done here. So it's just a matter of getting it all in one spot and fitting it all. We just got a bunch of Swedish dishcloths and they're lining the back. Yeah. But I'm like, such a relief. We were down to 3 boxes. It's like, ee!
Oh no.
I mean, they're big boxes, but still.
Yeah. No, especially with the, back order and whatnot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can you kind of walk through the process of printing a Swedish dishcloth? Like what does that look like?
Oh, well, I wish I had
well, we
could demonstrate, but
basically, so I do a lot of the printing. So Rosie, we get an order in through however it comes. She, writes up a nice little order sheet, and then so I can see what we're doing. And basically it's all computer based. So it's digital printing direct to garment. So I find the file that we need to print. I basically put, drag and drop it into the program, hit a button, it transfers over to our printer. We do our Swedish dishcloths where we do 4 at a time. And it's just, that's how the image is already print, goes through the machine, comes out, we heat press it, and then we give it a little steam iron to keep them flat. And that's it. And then you just keep doing it. If you're doing 24, I press that button 6 times for that particular one, or then I switch, then you just keep doing the image over and over again.
If we're good at math that day.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like 8 times, and then sometimes oh wait, I'm a couple short.
I understand. Math is hard.
But that's another advantage to ours too, I think, especially with the Swedish, actually any of the product that we do, because we do the direct to garment printing, that that ink is soaking right into the fabric. It's not laying on top. So it's soaking in. So it makes it rich. It keeps it nice. That heat press sets it. And I think that's an advantage for us as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know that like I have some of your Swedish dishcloths that I've been using, like, I don't know, since we started stocking them, like however long ago that was, and they still look great. So
yeah, they're, what a wonderful product. Right? I love them.
Yeah,
I
they're
just
so
love
handy
them.
for everything.
Yes, nice and big for counters. You get a lot of surface area.
Mm-hmm.
They're just good.
They are. They really are. So what is your favorite part of what you do?
Well, for me, every day is different. So because based on the orders, even though I'm printing probably the majority of Swedish dishcloths all day, then you have Swedish dishcloths, and then there's pouches on the order, and I've got to do totes, and but each order, the images are different too. So it's really that, and it's just the coming in. I was a stay-at-home mom for X amount of years until I guess my oldest started in middle school, I think. And so being able to come into a place where it's flexible because everyone's family and everyone has kids, and it's nice, that environment. They understand what you're going through. If you need to leave a little early, no big deal. The work is going to get done when it gets done. And those times when we're super busy, Christmas, everyone's okay coming in on a weekend, and it's just flexible. It's just fun here. Every day is different, and it's fun. So yeah, that's my favorite part.
Yeah, no, I agree. We have a good group of folks. So it's just fun being with the people here. And then I do primarily a lot of the shipping because again, I need to check everything. And so it's just like, I'm like the final step to get out the door. And it's like, oh yeah, this one's done. We cross that off the list and this one's done. So you just feel like we have a sense of accomplishment. We got X amount of orders out today. And then, we got this many in, and I got to make sure all the files are there, and this one needs custom stuff. I mean, I guess that's true. It is like I print labels a lot, it's like there's lots of, just.
Well, you wear a lot of different hats. So Rosie's the office manager. She's the one that's taking care of the orders. She's distributing the orders. She's shipping the orders. So her hands are everywhere. And so for you, it is a lot of different.
It's a lot of different things too.
Yeah.
I get that.
And I'm like, I have everything distracts me. It seems like I've gotten way worse. It's like, and then this one came in and that one needs that. And then, what was I doing? What was I doing is like the thing I say constantly every day. Cause I'm like, I don't know what I was doing. Yeah, whatever. I'll find it eventually. You do. Like it's always crazy, but it's good. I mean, it's a fun job. We put art out into the world and work with tons of different people, and it's just it's every day is different, and it's always mostly fun. I mean, really mostly fun. It's we're just printing stuff. And it's fun. Yeah.
I love how much in this conversation the fun work environment has come up. Like that's clearly very like central to what you guys do. So I
mean, nothing is, and when I get really stressed out or like we're really late on something, it's like, okay, this is not a tea towel emergency. Like everything's gonna be fine. I mean, it's really, in the grand scheme of things, a low stress job. Here comes my oldest son. It's after school, so we get visitors.
Just bring the whole family in.
Yeah, exactly. There he goes. Hi. Yeah, that's standard also.
I mean, that just goes to show how much of a family business it is.
Yes.
So then, building on that, what is something that you are really proud of, whether with the business or in your personal life or really anything?
Well, for me, every time I go to a trade show, we tend to go to the Las Vegas market twice a year. And so their big gift show, and you walk around and you just think, how does anyone need all this stuff? There's so many, there's so much stuff in the world. Like, who needs all this stuff?
Yeah.
But then I look at what we do, and everything that we do, it's not throwaway stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's sustainable. It's things that are useful, that can be used over and over again. So I'm proud that that's the kind of company that we are. We're not putting out products that are disposable.
Yeah.
You know, they're useful, they're colorful, they brighten your kitchen, they brighten your, you know, day. They're great gifts, they're great price points. So I think for me working here, that's what I'm proud of, is
that's
who we
good.
are as a company.
Yeah. That's a great answer. I think in just coming from the span of this company and how long it's been around, I feel like we finally found our spot. I feel like we were always kind of trying to do this, or, oh, that looks good, and let's do that. And I just feel like we know what we're doing now. And, you know, we've made every mistake in the book, shipped this order to this store and swapped it, you know. After 21 years, it's like, oh yeah, well, yeah, we've done that. So it's just like, I feel like how much it's grown. That's kind of what I'm most proud of, because it really, I mean, there were some dark years that were really like a bummer. And like right at the beginning of COVID, I'm sure, you know, it was like every single order we had was on hold or canceled. And it's like, what is going to happen? Like, you know, that was a stressful time for lots of businesses. And, you know, just plugging away, I guess, keep on keeping on is kind of what we've just been doing this whole time. And just to see where we are now to where we started in my old bedroom with 40 boxes of cards and tissue paper, and everything had to be packed wearing gloves, you know, to where we are now. It's like, wow, we've really come a long way.
Yeah.
And, you know, gone through lots of iterations. And I think we're kind of at a good spot with a good crew, fun stuff, good customers. Yeah.
Oh, that's so wonderful. And I think too, like, you know, you were saying, you know, COVID was a really hard time. You know, there's been other hard times as well.
Sure.
But I think it's also a testament to the quality of the products that you sell, and the fact that they are like not disposable items. Like they actually all serve a purpose. And like you said, they're bright, they're colorful, they're sustainable. So they're still things that people need and want all the time, right? Like people still need to clean their countertops and, you know, dry their hands, like drink their coffee. Like everybody still needs these things. So I think it's a really strong testament to the quality of the products that you sell, and just which products you sell as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. 2 more questions then.
Okay.
What is something that people might be surprised to learn about you?
Maybe that we're a family business. There's kids here a lot of the time. My brother had a baby in September, so now there's a baby here, which my kids were babies here. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's just the amount of work that we can push through with a small crew.
That's
I
a good
mean, we
point.
get, you know, there's a time, you know, Christmas time, we were always 100 orders in the queue, and there's 3 of us that print. You know, so I mean, just by just the amount of work we can get done with a small amount of people.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. Good for you guys.
We work hard.
But you have fun while you do it.
We do.
We do it.
Yes.
We're always buzzing around here, doing something.
Yes. So then last question, is there anything that you would like to add? Like, do you like anything you want to let our customer base know, or anything you want to say that we haven't covered?
Well, I would say definitely let us know, you know, if there are images that you'd like to see us do, you know, definitely give us that feedback. We're always looking for new releases, and, you know, I know for whatever reason, bees are huge now, you know.
Yes.
Bees are
Oh my
huge.
gosh.
And mushrooms are huge,
Yes.
as my daughter is all about cottage core. So So, but I definitely, let your customers know if there's
Yeah.
something that they want to see. We're
Yeah.
happy to add that in.
Yeah.
Or look into it.
Yeah. And just that it's just a privilege, to do this and hopefully be a bright spot for somebody. I used to think when we did more cards, like I'd look at a box of our cards and then I think, oh, someone buys that card and then someone gets that card. And it's like I just look at that little box as a little box of emotion and love. And it's just kind of sweet, it's like, oh, I just think it's cool that we can be a gift, that something that we do can be a gift to someone else. And I just think that's kind of cool.
Oh, what a great way to wrap up this interview. My goodness, that was beautiful. Love that. Oh, that is very special.
Yeah, I just think it's cool. It's kind of a cool thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. So thank you so much to both of you. If people want to find you, where can they find you? What's your website? What are your socials? Best way to keep in touch with you?
Website is potluckpress.com. We have socials, but that is not something we
do very
do
often.
very often. I would love to have someone take that on because I do a terrible job at that. But yeah, just potluckpress.com or just email us. I do everything on email. Yeah, but just our website is good enough, or drop in the ocean.
Yes.
Yes, if you need some Swedish
You
dishcloths.
can find us there. Absolutely.
Yes. And I will add a link to your website in this email and blog as well.
Perfect.
So people will get that. Well, thank you so much to both of you. This has been so wonderful chatting with you. I'm so appreciative that you took the time to do this.
Oh, thank you
Thank
for
you.
considering us. That's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will let you know when this goes live too, so you can take a look at it.
Perfect. Will do.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank
You too. Thanks
you.
a bunch.